Right now it's I think third and like 2. Typically, I think mine runs a little bit behind everybody's because I'm streaming it. It's 3 minutes, 36 seconds to go, third and 1. Obviously, Georgia's going to try and grind the clock. Clemson has all 3 timeouts, so it's pretty interesting. Georgia getting that stop was huge. Turnover on downs. James Cook slipped right there, got the first down though. So now it's yeah, here we go. Man, it's been a nail biter, man. If we play every game like this, we should be bowling. Are you talking about Nebraska or are you talking about Georgia? If Georgia can hold every team in the country to 3 points, we should win a national championship. Yeah, y'all should do fine if y'all can play like that every game. You know, normally I'd like to see a lot more points on the board, but right now, man, I'm just watching the defense play the way they played. I think they've sacked him 7 times. It's been incredible, and there's been several more times they could have sacked him, but he was fast enough to throw the ball away or scramble and pick up a couple of yards. But it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Never. If somebody would tell me this game was going to be 10-3 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, I'd say it was crazy. Clemson just burned a timeout. So 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Georgia picks up a couple of first downs here. It's pretty much ball game. Georgia can go down here and kick a field goal. That would likely wrap it up as well. I'd like to see Georgia get a touchdown, but you know, I'll take the W anyway and get it. Georgia lines up under center. James Cook in motion. Hand off looks like to Zamir White up the middle, running. Picked up about 4, maybe 5. It's like about 4 yards. Yeah, I had my final score like 30. I think I had it like 34. I think I had 34 to like 27 or something crazy. We ain't even close. We ain't even close to that. Montana's beating Washington. Huh. Cat snuck up behind me, about to scare me to death. I was like, what is that? Furry thing behind my back. Turn the overhead light on, Pat. It's over here. I got it. Georgia snaps, hands off. James Cook turns the corner. Whew, almost picks up a first down, 3rd and 1 again. My phone kind of, I guess, the video lags when I don't have enough light, so I had to turn the light on. But right now, just kind of got to give you guys an edge here so you can see where we're at. 2:24 to go. This is so close. Podlesny's over there kind of warming up. Georgia can get on the field a little further. Is the Dogs D this good this year, or is it the new quarterback for Clemson?
New quarterback for Clemson.
I don't think a new quarterback for Clemson has anything to do with how many times he's been sacked. I think that has to do with the offensive line. So I think that would tend to be part of Georgia's Clemson's offensive line being a question mark maybe, and Georgia's defense being extremely good. Georgia picks up a first down here. It's going to be really difficult for Clemson to get the ball back. So, and then if they do get the ball back, they're likely not going to have any timeouts. So, got me breathing heavy over here. I'm sorry, is that better? Can you see now?
Yes.
Are you content there? Okay. Georgia snap, hand off, right up the gut, first down, and then some. Oh, bowled over a guy. Whoo, Zeus. 2 minutes, 18 to go. Clock ticking. Georgia's getting close to field goal range. We should be in field goal range now. Boom. Just runs 31 right over. Look at this shot. Hits that guy. Boom. Goodrich. The third. Goodrich hung on to his ankle. Oh, hold on. Them Clemson fans don't look happy. They don't look happy. They don't like it. Can't like it. I'm not putting that guy on the screen. This guy's got a Georgia G shaved into his body hair. Why did Georgia? Oh, play clock got close. They called a timeout. Okay. Well, we always got to do something weird, don't we? Always got to do something weird. Play clock running. We let it 1st and 10. We got to use a timeout. I guess we thought Clemson was going to use a timeout, but they didn't do it. Ooh. It's really close. This is 10-3 though. What?
This quarterback needs to go somewhere else.
My daughter's ready to fire the Clemson quarterback.
He needs to go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. This was a grindy football game. This is old school football.
No, it's annoying.
Like if you watch the football I grew up watching, this is what it looked like. It was grindy, defense-driven football. Who would have thought 10-3? I have no idea. If you thought 10-3, somebody would say you was smoking crack. Let's see here. Handoff. Why are we going with? Oh, he about buckled his leg. All right, Dabo's gonna call a timeout. His last timeout right here. There it is. Kirby Smart's on the headset right now talking to Todd Monken. I guarantee it. Here's Dabo over here still complaining about that late hit call that he didn't get, which they made up for with the pass interference call on the next play. And I'm not reading the chat on purpose because people like to tell me what's happening. I don't want y'all to be ahead of me and tell me. I'm gonna watch it on the screen.
I can't. Why is it always like this?
What are you talking about? Y'all won 2 national titles dang near back to back. Hold on, where's the button at? Y'all, look, I'm gonna hide all messages. I ain't putting no chat up until this is over with because y'all put stuff in the chat and then I end up glancing at it and ruining the end of the game. I'm not gonna tell you.
What did it say?
It's hidden. You can't see it.
What did it say?
I don't know.
No, I need to know.
The thing is, people troll me. They say all kind of stuff, man.
No, they
don't. Do. I've had people.
Know that it's.
Uh-oh. Woo, getting close to that first down. Ooh, that's Zeus, baby. Big Z. This is some of the most conservative offensive calling I've seen, though. Y'all hit the thumbs up button for me. I appreciate it. Georgia's game plan was to clearly keep the ball out of Clemson's hands as much as possible.
More like make our quarterback's knees tremble.
I think that quarterback's gonna have to go to therapy after this.
I think he needs to go home.
He's gonna have nightmares. All them dogs coming at him, man. Oof.
He needs to go home.
Brutal. Hit the thumbs up for me. All them folks in here, we appreciate y'all. 55 seconds, 54 seconds, 53 seconds.
He's gonna make me cry, bro.
Who called? Oh, Kirby called a timeout. He said, "I'll play with you." Tell me they're gonna go and attack on a field goal. Well, I mean, Clemson was only a 3-point favorite. We winning by 7. I mean, that's pretty good. Hit a thumbs up for me. Let me do chat. I'm going to turn the chat. Let's see. Chat. Live chat. There we go. Ohio State put 45 points. Georgia only put 10. Yeah, well, they weren't playing Clemson. So,
yeah.
Clemson got a good defense, though. They really do.
Offense, though, dog water.
Georgia's offense apparently dog water, too, because, I mean,
what
look.
What is happening? This is what happens when you take Trevor Lawrence and his beautiful golden locks.
You might be able to say Georgia only scored 10 points, but what you can't say is that they didn't sack your quarterback 7 times. Can't say that.
Oh my god.
Hey, would you like some cake?
I need help.
You need some cake?
This game hurts me.
Shit, hey, they were gonna smash cake in my face if we lost this game.
I mean, you could still lose.
We could. An asteroid could hit the middle of the field too, but I bet that don't happen either. Look at Zeus! First down.
I can't.
That's game. That's ball game right there. Now the question is will Georgia kneel it out? In your backyard even. That's just a shame. I don't know if Georgia will be number 2. They might be, though. Because, I mean, you shut out a number 3 team almost. You hold them to a field goal. Finkel is Einhorn. Come on, kick a field goal. Just kick a field goal. Oh, they're going to take a knee. You're taking a knee? Oh, yeah. Taking a knee. That's the victory stance. That's it, y'all. Woo! 10-3.
At least we made our first.
Woo! We beat a number 3 team.
For the first first time in 20 years.
No, that's not true.
It's a hyperbole.
I want to get this Texas shirts washed up for next week.
Yeah. I'm converting.
SEC.
No matter what you say, my team at least made that first field goal.
Georgia's defense is insane. Good thing, because we ain't got no offense.
Throw
Good
our
thing.
quarterback away.
Good thing. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me get this on here. Woo.
Throw the quarterback
Hold
away.
on. Tighten it up.
Throw him away.
10-3. Yes, sir. Woo.
Listen, my cake is going to be great.
Yeah, you just wait. Yeah, if you would have told me this, I never would have believed it. If you would have told me Georgia wins 10-3, there's no way. There's no way I would have believed that. That defense is insane. Come here. Show me your cake. I'm gonna eat that cake and eat every bit of it. I ain't give you none. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. That ain't your lunch today.
You want to eat this cake?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna eat it. Don't worry. Yeah, you
wanna eat it?
Hey, listen now. Don't play with your life. Woo. I'm tempted to go back and make a video out of all of those mean posts of all you Clemson fans down in the comment section talking about how Georgia gonna get blowed out. Man. Woo. Appreciate it, Tiger Raven. Appreciate it. We got some questions at the quarterback position for Clemson. If they get that fixed, that'll be a really solid team. They held Georgia to 10. That defense is for real. Clemson's going to run the table. There's no doubt about it. They're going to run the table. As soon as they get that offense fixed. Georgia's game plan was clearly to make him uncomfortable, in which they did. They blew up that offensive line time and time again. It's going to be the defense. The defense for Georgia won this game because the offense didn't do much. Great game plan by the defensive coordinators for both teams. Holding Georgia to 10 is impressive. And by the way, they held Georgia's defense. Clemson's defense held Georgia to 3 points. The 7 points we got was on a pick six. Our defense literally won that game. Oh, this game made me nervous too. Don't feel bad. Wait till we get all the weapons back. Goodness gracious. I don't think Jermaine Burton played. I didn't see him. I didn't see him throw to Karis Jackson. I know he was on kickoff return one time. But yeah. Hold on. Watch this, y'all.
No, leave my cake alone.
Oh no. I'm gonna take your lunch. Right here.
No!
Watch this. Give me that. Give me some. Give me some of that cake. Come here, give me that cake.
Don't ruin the pod. It took time. It took time.
Yeah, it took time to lose. Watch this. Give me that cake right here. Watch it. Watch this. Here we go. Give me some more.
It's on your drink.
I don't care.
It's gonna stay. What? No!
Come here.
Come on.
I got cake and I got a W.
It's our greatest hit this.
Yeah, okay.
This game.
This cake is as dry as that Clemson offense. My God.
It was supposed
Apparently the plan was to choke them to death with this terrible dry cake.
Listen, there may or may not be arsenic in it.
I don't care. At this point, I'd rather just die. Sorry.
No, the paw. This is tragic.
I've had sponges from the Dollar Tree that have more moisture in them than that. Good Lord. That offense is terrible. We got to fix that. Look at the cake. You see this cake? Yeah, I don't know if she's going to be wearing it for tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Why did? Oh, she's running hide now. Whew. Let me change this off right here. I'm going to put it in the hall. Get off this shaking old selfie stick, man. Whew.
Okay.
Oh, man.
The cake fixed it.
What a good game. For that to be a low-scoring game, I really enjoyed it. I was sitting on the edge of my seat, watching them go back and forth. Defense was playing lights out. That was a good strategic game. Both teams did a great job on figuring out a game plan. Let's see who all we got in here. Brad Pitt, how you doing, sir? Alex says, Big Dog Brett, happy for Georgia. Was pulling for you guys. Roll Tide, though. I appreciate that, sir. Justin Farmer, how you doing? I thought Monken was our guy. I think the game plan going into that, because it was the first game of the season, we were missing a lot of weapons, is we just wanted, we knew we had a great defense, and we just wanted to use it. How many sacks did we get? Was it 8 or 9? By the way, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. The community here, you guys are wonderful. I really enjoy y'all being here.
I put a lot.
7, 9, 100. I don't know. Defense hurt the ukulele man. That fella gonna have that guy's gonna have PTSD. He's gonna see nothing but Dawg's jerseys coming at him for the rest of his life every time he gets sacked. My God. First season opener for that guy, and he just got destroyed. I would say it got to the point where I was feeling bad, but I wasn't. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't. It was good to see the defense play as strong as they did.
I'm just glad nobody got really hurt this game.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody got hurt. It was a great game. We can agree this game was trash. On the offensive side of the ball, maybe, but the defense on both sides was really good. Every time you picked up a first down, it was exciting. There were spits and spurts where you could see Clemson could have some power in their offense, but then Georgia would get after quarterback and he'd make a bad throw. So I think he threw for less than 50%. A lot of Clemson players went down, though. I saw a lot of Clemson players go down, but they'd come back out on the field. So I'm not sure. College doesn't have a preseason. That is true. They play scrimmages, but it's not the same, especially whenever you got injured players. I would imagine probably about week 3 or 4, maybe even week 5, Georgia hit some stride. O-line needs some work. Your O-line does need some work, but I'm going to be honest with you. The guys that you guys were playing against, Georgia's probably going to lose 8 guys this season on defense to the NFL. That's just what's going to happen. There's 8 guys on that defense that's NFL caliber, and that's hard for anybody to stand up to.
Excuse me.
Derek Stevens says Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State Buckeyes. I could agree with that. 7 sacks, plus we were missing all of our wide receivers. Even the ones playing tonight weren't 100%. P. just said not some a lot. It's true. Send Dawg D to Norman. I don't know what that means, sir. Sorry. Let's see what else we got here. I have to keep touching the screen because it keeps moving. What's my opinion of JT Daniels' performance? It very much looked like Georgia's game plan was to run the ball right at Clemson and grind clock. They intentionally wanted to keep the ball out of Clemson's hands to limit the damage their offense could do. Their offense really wasn't doing a lot. I think there was some very conservative play calling that needed to be probably dialed up a little bit. But, I mean, it's.
Like, I mean, Trevor Lawrence was kind of. What happened to JT?
That Dawg defense looks amazing, and my Sooners need that. Yeah, the Sooners offense is non-existent. Hey, Brett, DJ, I played scared today, or like he isn't prepared for the pressure. It did at times look like he wasn't ready for the big stage. I'll give you that. But I also saw some serious arm talent with that guy. There were times he made some really good throws. I also noticed that when he got under pressure, he hurried his throw or he overthrew it, and there was a couple of times he threw a little bit low. So it seems like if you get pressure on him, he kind of caves, and that can be bad for a high-powered offense, especially one that's going to go to play on some big stages. You got to have that poise about you. I don't know how they're going to instill that into him. Thanks, Johnny Red. I appreciate it. But they've got to develop that in. He's a young guy. He's got a lot of talent. They'll get him developed. Next year or maybe the year after that, he'll be super elite. But right now, oh man, he's not. He wasn't ready for the big stage. That first game was too much for him. It just was. Georgia's offensive play calling looked super. Open the door. There you go. You're good. Georgia's offense looked a little too methodical. There was like 14 out of 16 passes were less than 5 yards. That's just, I mean, I don't know what you do with that. I mean, obviously there was no down the field passes really called. The one down the field pass I saw was, can't remember who the receiver was, but he was like looking all around and the ball had already bounced off the ground. So there was clear some miscommunication there. I think How many times did JT Daniels get sacked? Was it just the once? Dog biscuits falling from the sky. 88, 99, 17 were all over Clemson QB. Yeah, those guys are pretty intense. There's about 100 of you guys in here. If you would hit the thumbs up, it helps the channel and the metrics and all that fun stuff. So it kind of cycles the channel around to the proper YouTube area. Just hit the chat, close chat, hit the thumbs up, hit the chat button again. It'll come right back. You won't lose chat. Not tough. Not tough. What do I think about Bryce Young? Bryce Young looked really good today. Of course, I want to see him against a real team. I think Miami was highly overrated. Their defense was hot garbage. They were constantly letting receivers behind them. You cannot do that at Alabama. Even though Devonta Smith went on to the NFL, there's still Mechie. Mechie will hurt you. Mechie can run the ball. Mechie can catch short passes. He can catch across the middle. He can catch 50-50 balls, and he can sure as heck catch you on a seam route or a go route. He's just fast. He's fast. So what do you do? The pick six is what saved the game. If not, we'd probably still be playing. Georgia probably would have kicked the field goal there at the end and won it 6-3. But man, that would have been really embarrassing. Are you good, son? Here, we turn the camera. My son just got back from a whole day event at a thing called Jeep Fest, and he just took a shower to clean up. So finally, we go 12-0. Georgia played lights out defensively. We've got to do something on offense, man. I mean, granted, we did great on the defensive side of the ball, but there were a couple of times there where their receivers got behind us and the quarterback just didn't make a good throw. There were times where if they'd had a better quarterback, they'd have been tearing us up. So you can't give all that credit to the Georgia defense. You got to give some to the fact that their quarterback was playing a little bit off. Yeah, I'll take a win week one, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Let's see. Ricky tight end looks promising. He does. Jordan Davis had 2 sacks, and that's more than Adam Anderson and all UGA linebackers had. Yep. It was crazy. It was like you get a sack, and 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 it was just all over the place, man. I was really enjoying it. So, I mean, we're gonna do another show tomorrow. We'll tell you guys all about it. Hit the thumbs up. About 105 of you guys in here. Take 2 seconds. Hit the thumbs up. Helps out a lot. Big Dog Brett. Some of our play calling on the offense was. Trying to find it. Some of our play calling was. Oh man, Dr. Pepper is rethinking the DJU endorsement. They might be. He got plenty. Listen, there's no such thing as what they call bad publicity. Now he just got a ton of bad publicity. So people's gonna talk about Dr. Pepper now. People's gonna talk about Dr. Pepper. It's gonna happen. So it's good. Don't worry about it. I think that the biggest factor in the game was Georgia decided that the weakness of the Clemson defense was the interior. And it looked to be accurate because Georgia was picking up more yards running it between the tackles than I really thought they would. And they continued to do that throughout the night. Now, there was a couple of times where they knew every play we were going to play. They dialed it up. There was one play where Skolaski, I can't remember his name, but he read a play. He read it all the way, and he met that running back at the corner for no gain. And I was like, wow, you don't see that happen a lot against teams that are good at running the ball, but he did. James Cook looked really good. Zamir White looked really good. Kenny McIntosh looked good. Milton looked good with the one exception where he bumped it with his foot. That was dumb. Shouldn't have done that. Nakobe Dean for Heisman. That's hard to get a defensive player to get a Heisman trophy, dude. That really is. Clemson, he was probably going to be a Butkus Award finalist, if not a winner. But yeah. Ronaldo Gonzalez says, don't see Georgia winning a natty. Not with that offense. We got to do better than that. Georgia shut out that so-called Tater offense. DJ shook all night. He did. Oh, yeah. Mr. Silverbridger says, oh, yeah, my first time here. Well, hit the thumbs up and like and subscribe and share the channel. We got a great community here. Everybody here likes to talk trash, and we don't take it too seriously, but we have a good time. Dabo said the refs were Georgia fans. Sure, we only had like 10 or 12 penalties against us, and they said that y'all tipped the ball whenever you clearly didn't, and then ran into our punter, and they had to wait for replay to call to review it to prove that didn't happen. So, for me, I really don't see it that way. Now, he might have got mad about that one call where it was a late hit, and it was a late hit, but that hit wasn't going to affect anybody. Nobody got hurt. I get it, but how about them freaking dogs, sir? Yes, sir. So, love to see Dabo cry. I can't wait to see the press conference because I'm sure Dabo is going to be crying about it. I'm sure of it. Dude, this week one, while we doubting, we will get better. We'll definitely get better. Clemson and UGA defense was absolutely legit. I agree. Both of them had great defenses tonight. Hey, what's my real name? My real name is Brett. How about them dogs? I want to say it was 7 or 8 sacks. I'm not sure, sir. Offense was not good. Offense was it was a grindy game, and that was the game plan clearly. Best defensive game I've probably seen in 10 years. 7 sacks. Somebody's saying 7 sacks. There were several times wherever the quarterback got tackled that he barely got rid of the ball. I mean, it could have easily have been 10. We got close. Sarah says 9 sacks. BGPO Football Funk says, great win for UGA fans from a Clemson fan. Hats off to you, sir. Got a lot of respect for the Clemson fans that do show up in the channel and say, hey, you know, great game. That's just good sportsmanship. We appreciate you guys. Hey, have you ever went to your favorite sport? Have I ever went to a Georgia game? Yes, I've been to several. I've been to Georgia games in lightning storms. I've been to Georgia games in daytime. I've been to Georgia games at nighttime. I've been to Georgia games the G-Day games. I went to the first G-Day game Kirby was at. I've been to like 3 since then. Me and Keith try to go every year. Last year, we was able to get me, Trenches, and Keith to go. OSU fan here. Georgia got some serious game. They do. OSU, whether we're talking about Oklahoma or we're talking about Ohio State, both of you guys got good ball clubs. We've got to figure out how to get our offense back in gear. We got a lot of injured players. So yeah. What happened to the corn dogs? What? Somebody tell me what happened, because I've seen that pop up like 3 or 4 times. Did they lose? Did LSU lose? Oh, Trenches, are you still in here? Let me know if you're in here, Trenches. So let me know. LSU lost. I'll have to look into that. I can't believe that. Oh, man. They still look bad, huh? They're probably going to fire Coach O in the middle of the season. They're probably going to fire him in the middle of the season. Now go Tigers. Got to find a new job. LSU is still playing. Hold on, there was a super chat here I missed. Let me get back to that. Landon Gosnell says Florida had almost 400 yards rushing. Who were they playing? Oh, yeah, Florida Atlantic. Vanderbilt could probably get 400 yards rushing against them. UCLA beating the brakes off LSU. I think I said that, didn't I? They won't fire him. They're going to have to, man. He's terrible. Jordan Davis is a first-round draft pick. That is absolutely a fact. Jordan Davis is going to be – he's going to win all kind of awards this year. He's going to be All-American. He's got to be. If he keeps playing like that, he'll definitely be All-American. The game is still on. I may have to check that out. Maybe not. My daughter is getting over her defeat by playing a video game, so I may just have to watch it on my phone. They had Cinco totally rattled. I don't doubt it. Yeah, JD is a top player. No doubt. Again, that'd be tough to get for him to get a Heisman. I mean, those typically go to like wide receivers and running backs and quarterbacks, typically quarterbacks. The SEC is overrated. You're right. We overrated. Just completely overrated. But just, I would say that if you gave the SEC a rating of 1 to 100, we're probably rated at a 98, but we probably perform at about a 96. So technically, yes, we're overrated. Absolutely. But not by much. N'Kobe Dean is lights out. We'll see more of him throughout the season. Adam Anderson got a sack tonight, which I called a ball on that. I said he was going to be a playmaker, and he was. Georgia owns this series. You know, it's like 43-18 now. Oh, for those of you who are still here, Georgia snapped a 143 game streak that Clemson had of scoring in the first half. 143 games. That's over a decade of games played that Georgia stopped. Almost shut them out. I mean, dangerously close to shutting them out. So, yeah. That was a crazy game. Some people say it was boring. I don't feel like it was boring. Me and my daughter sat side by side and watched it back and forth. We had a good time together. It was a great night. 24-20 UCLA. Wow. That's crazy. DJ is going to need therapy after facing Georgia's defense. I guarantee you right now in the you're right, Electric. Yeah, the JT Daniels did not look good tonight. But that was not the game plan. The game plan was not to go out there and throw for 300 yards and beat Clemson like that. Georgia's game plan was to go out there and just run the ball, and that's what we did. Now, you can say, oh, well, you passed X number of times. Like 17 of those were 5 yards or less, so it might as well be a run. We weren't taking any big chances. We weren't throwing the ball downfield. Yeah. Vanderbilt got destroyed by ETSU because it's Vandy. Vandy is terrible. They just are. The pick six was a game breaker, dude. It just was. Georgia probably would have won that game at the end with another field goal, but man, that was just crazy. Getting a turnover on downs against Clemson is a big feather in our hat for me. So when you see that you can actually stop a Clemson rated, a top 3 rated team, you make them go 3 and out a couple of times, and you also make that same team not be able to score a touchdown. You also have that same team have to go for it on 4th downs and force turnover on downs. Those are all huge wins for the Georgia defense. You can hang your hat on that. Those guys are incredible. Hats off to Kirby Smart and the coaching staff. They did a really good job on defense. They put together a good game plan. A lot of Georgia fans are going to jump up and down and say, hey, we should have scored 35 points. You don't have to, clearly. We just scored 10 and won. Now, I don't want to be doing that in a national championship game. I want to be able to hang 45 points on the board. But again, I think part of that is because Georgia was looking at what weapons it had and what it didn't have and what they thought they could do to win the game, and that's what they did. About 140 of you guys in here, hit that thumbs up for me. Only got about 88 thumbs up, so we're deficit of about 50. Need you guys' help. Takes 2 seconds. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Keely Ringo needs a little more discipline. I agree. That UGA defense is hot fire. You are absolutely right. The chat's going so by I almost can't read it all. Educate me. Who in the world is Clemson's offensive coordinator? I believe it's Dabo now. I don't know who it is, but he's listen, they got a great reputation at Clemson developing quarterbacks. I really thought that guy would have been better prepared. Some of the stuff I had said before about him was that in those games, if you notice, he goes to that first read, and if that first read's not there, he doesn't know what to do, and we saw that kind of materialize tonight. The guy's got a ton of talent, but eventually, Tony Elliott, somebody said, the guy's got a ton of talent, but at the same time, that was a really big stage. I mean, to put him in a season opener against a top 5 ranked team, that's tough, man. That's tough. Hats off to that guy. He's tough as nails. He got hit, he got popped, he got rocked, he got slung around like a rag doll, and he kept getting up. I never seen him hobble. I never seen him cry. He held his head up. He played well, for the situation, as far as being a sportsman goes. I was impressed with his character. QB looked lost at times. He did, but I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Tom Brady. You getting sacked. If you get sacked on every possession you have, essentially, you're gonna feel that way. I mean, I can't name a quarterback that's been sacked that many times in one game ever. I can't name one against any team. I think Georgia got 9 sacks tonight, and that's probably half as many as we got all of last season. I would bet that number's probably close. Hopefully, Oregon will be able to sneak into the top 10. So Ohio State will have a top 10 team. Georgia Tech lost to Northern Illinois. That's no surprise. Georgia Tech's terrible. They have been and will be. 7 sacks. Won't face another defense as good as we faced tonight, including Bama in the SEC championship. That may be true. Bama almost lost to Oklahoma almost lost to Tulane. Tate Ratledge got hurt right out of the gate too. Yeah, he got hurt early on. When are we getting back some of the wide receivers? We should get Kyrus Jackson and Jermaine Burton back. Kyrus Jackson was playing tonight, but I don't think he was 100% capacity. He should be back next week, no problem. I don't know about Jermaine Burton, but I would assume he's back. Darnell Washington should certainly be back. But I'm going to tell you the player tonight on offense. I'm going to tell you the player tonight, and it's not who you think. It's Bowers. Mr. Bowers, the backup tight end, Burton played. I didn't see him throw the ball to him. Maybe he did. But Bowers, the backup tight end that nobody saw coming, who's Bowers? Bowers, we have a guy on the team named Bowers? Who's that? Guy out there playing lights out, dude. He was catching passes, he was breaking tackles, he was going for first downs, he was making space, he was hitting blocks. I'm like, where's this guy been? Man, yeah, he's gonna wake up sore in the morning. He got sacked high, low, sideways. How many yards was that pick six? 74 yards, if I remember correctly, sir. 74. 74-yard pick six. Up until late in the second quarter, Clemson was -5 yards. Yeah, Zeus did come up big at the end. It was also those guys were tired, man. That defense has been getting worked all night, and there's nothing more taxing on your mental toughness than whenever they run the ball at you and you throw everything you got at it and they bowl you over, and the next down they do it again. And the next down, they do it again. And the next down, they do it again. So after you try to tackle the same guy or same running backs for 3 quarters and you just can't stop them, since they just cram the ball right at you and there's nothing you can do about it. Camarda is not offense, that's special teams. Yeah, Jake Camarda is on special teams, and he did some great job punting tonight. Podlesny missed that one field goal at the beginning. He didn't miss it by much, but he got another one later in the game, so you can't be too mad. Milton had some big plays. Milton did have some big plays. I honestly believe that Milton's one of the most talented guys on the team. AR is going to be a beast for Florida. Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas hung like 40 or 50 points on somebody. I saw that. People are forgetting what we are without. Yeah, Darnell, Eric, Tyke, George, Jackson, Tate Ratledge, and there's some other ones. We should be number 2. Can we get number 2? You guys are back to back. Absolutely. And by the way, I really appreciate all you guys that support the channel. I appreciate everybody, but you guys that support the channel through super chats and being a member and buying merchandise from the store, it means a lot. It helps a lot. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. Georgia should go to number 2. That was absolute. I mean, when you beat a number, was Clemson ranked number 2 or were they ranked number 3? I think they were ranked were they ranked 2 or 3? 3? 2? Yeah, 3? I don't know. 3. So the chat's telling me. So you beat a number 3 team. You let the number 3 team only score 3 points essentially in their home state. That's pretty impressive. And the announcers even said that there was more Clemson fans there than Georgia fans, which I thought was crazy. Thought we'd have more Georgia fans there. Whew. Who do y'all have next week? It don't matter. I don't even know. Is it probably some cupcake team, to be honest with you? UAB? Yeah, UAB. Dude, Pete and the Clemson fans are riding Alabama. What? What are you talking about? I think Ohio State should drop in rankings. Of course they should. Oklahoma should drop quite a bit. Clemson should drop quite a bit. Corn dog going down. Phew, man. Saying we're not going to beat them and only Clemson can. Oh, right. I got you. I see what you're saying there. Mr. Silverbridges said $5. Love your chat, my guy. We'll see you for your future. We'll see me in the future. ... A lot. Well, I appreciate that, sir. Thank you for your super chat. And you're welcome anytime. Welcome anytime. LSU fell way off. Apparently still falling. Free falling. It's always fun to watch LSU lose. Man, why do so many people hate LSU, man? When they lose, they should go down. I agree. New QB for who? For Georgia? I'm gonna stick with JT Daniels. I really thought we'd have seen a more powerful offense out of the Dogs tonight. That was kind of a shame. LS who? No. Sarah, isn't it LS Shoe? Yeah. I don't hate them. Their fans are pretty cocky, though. Them and Ohio State fans. Every fan base has got cocky fans. Every fan base has got cocky fans. We just do. Whew. Man. Them doggies, though. LS Pew. Beating Tulane by 5 counts as a loss. I agree. Especially when you consider that they have never beaten a top 5 ranked team. And they've only beaten a top 10 ranked team like once since 1978. And they almost won that game. And you supposed to be the number 2 ranked team in the country? Come on, man. Come on. Come on, buddy. Clemson fans were unbearable here today. I bet you won't see many of them tomorrow, though. I bet you won't. I bet you they can run and hide. Dabo's going to cry. If they end up losing another game, they ain't getting an SEC. They ain't getting an SEC championship. They ain't getting in the college football playoff. I'm not concerned about JT. He made very few mistakes against the second best defense in the country. You can't tell me UGA isn't the best defense in the country and Clemson's second. I'd have to agree. Their defense, man, they're just when they would do the camera angle from behind the quarterback and you could look down the field after plays, they had everybody covered. There wasn't many people to throw to. I think Georgia anticipated that was going to be the case, and that's why they played the game they played. All those short passes. They weren't interested in trying to and beat the Clemson defensive backs downfield. They just weren't even interested. It's like, we don't have to do that. P Digits, thanks for the super chat. Sure, he says, best of the Bulldogs, go get yours. Clemson has work to do. They do, sir. That was a close game. It was a tight game on the scoreboard, but even some of the announcers, like, man, it's only a one-score game, but it feels like you're down 30. And it did feel that way. There's going to be people that's going to come out and say that was a boring game. If you think that was a boring game, then you just don't appreciate defense. Man, that was that was an exciting game. Hey, what's up, Sergeant AR? How about them Dawgs? Facts. Defense wins championships. It does to a point, but you got to have some offense too. You got to have some offense. UCLA, LSU 20, UCLA in the fourth quarter, 12 minutes and some change left. I'm going to finish watching that one too. My heart was on 1,000 the whole time. It's because the score was so low. Every time the other team had the ball, it was like, oh, we are one explosive play away from this game being tied up. But the defense held. Somebody said something up here. Hold on. If Georgia had all their players, do you think this would have gotten ugly for Clemson? I don't know. I think we might have. Well, clearly I didn't get the score right. I wasn't even close. I didn't even get a third of the score. You basically have to multiply the score times 4 to even get close to where I was at. And a lot of people were that way. Georgia's defense is insane. Georgia's defense is insane, Norman. And the reason I say that is because if their offense was just bad, then he'd just have a lot of missed passes. He wouldn't have 7 or 9 sacks. They wouldn't be negative yardage on a lot of stuff. JT threw an overthrown ball that Pickens could have reached up and caught. That's true. But again, I think that just wasn't even part of the game plan. It was just get out there and grind them, and that's what we did. We played old school, old man football today, and we showed them that that's what the SEC can do. Bama's definitely number 1. Georgia's number 2. Bama's got a heck of an offense. That Bryce Young is going to be really, really good by the time we play him. Yeah, they ran up the score on a bad Miami. Miami should not be ranked, though. Miami should not be ranked. Miami should be out of the top 25. I get they played Alabama, but they played so bad, I believe most any team in the top 25 could beat them. Breakfast in the morning? Probably not. We did breakfast this morning. I'm gonna have some cake tomorrow, and I might have some Tiger Tail. I'm not sure. Appreciate it, Landon. Come back anytime, sir. We disrespected UGA defense, saying Clemson would score a lot of points on us. Daniel Moore says we disrespected UGA defense, saying Clemson would score a lot of points on us. I'm not sure. That comment kind of seems like it goes both ways. I'm not the brightest person, so yeah. Bama 1, UGA 2, Bucks 3. I agree with that. That would make sense. Oh, by the way, I would like to point out Georgia was the underdog in that game somehow. JT would be fine. Just scares me with him throwing in the double and triple coverage. I think sometimes that some of those throws down the field were done intentionally to try and back up the linebackers and the safeties to allow the run to continue. But, because you can't just run because they'll just sit down on you. There was a couple of times there were some really nice balls thrown to back them up, and we did a good job at it. But there were times we threw balls that I was not comfortable with him throwing. But, that's what you get out of a gunslinger. That happens. From the time that the Clemson quarterback threw that first interception, after that, he had very few balls that were thrown properly. People lost a lot of money tonight, and a lot of people made a lot of money tonight, too. A lot of people made a lot of money tonight. So many sacks. It was crazy. It was great. Now here's the bad thing. Probably never gonna see defense like that again. What do I think about DJ going forward with Clemson? Clemson should still run the rest of the table the rest of the year. They won't see a defense like that again. They were literally 1 or 2 passes away from scoring a touchdown against the best defense in the country. So I feel like when he starts playing some of these other teams and he gets a little more confidence under him and he gets a little more familiar with everything, gets a little more cohesion with all of the weapons around him, I think he'll be fine. I think next year he'll be really good. And the year after that, he might be championship caliber. But this year, they'll probably get to the ACC championship game. Whether they win it or not, I don't know. But if they go to a playoff game with that team, they'll lose. That's why I said Dawg should be number 1. Yeah, I agree. Georgia needs Pickens badly. Yes, I would love to have George Pickens back. There's no doubt about that. George Pickens is an absolute weapon. I want Darnell Washington back as well. I didn't see much Fitzpatrick, and I thought he was playing. I don't think he even caught a single pass. A lot of top 20 teams look not so good today. And that's typical for the first game of the season. But you expect your elite teams, Georgia, Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma, you expect those guys to look a little more polished than some of the stuff we saw today. She says, the sign right behind you, Brett, spot on. There's always something to be thankful for. Yeah, my wife, she's got all kind of signs like that around the house. She's got one that says, be thankful, live simply, be kind, believe in yourself, never give up, use please and thank you, help others, cherish family and friends, do your best, listen with your heart, laugh often and love lots. One says, some call it chaos, we call it family. And there's all kind of stuff around. Always fun to watch Georgia Tech lose. I agree. I agree greatly. Yeah. So, all right, guys, been on for about 45 minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and call it. It's going to be almost midnight, and I got little people that's sleeping. We're going to do a follow-up tomorrow, kind of do a game breakdown on everybody on the wins, the loses, the good stuff and the bad stuff. And I'm sure there's stuff I'll think about over the course of the night, but yeah. Whew, really appreciate you guys, man. Y'all have a great day. Thank y'all so much for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, subscribe because it helps and it doesn't hurt. Yeah. So have a great day. God bless. Go Dogs.